So identify this financier, also a banker of Tesla Tower, who was the driving force behind the wave of industrial consolidation of the United States spanning late 19th and early 20th century. But the big hint here is that he was a financier and also a banker. Okay, and that is why we might know this name, name of this guy.
Okay. Am I
He was
allowed to
also
get a... Okay, yeah, please continue.
sorry, and he was one of the driving force behind industrial consolidation of US in that era. Okay, who is this guy? Who are we talking about?
I would like
SBI.
to... Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Fine,
I'm going to consider that as an option. I don't know this one, so I'm just going to take a wild guess because that's all. Is this negative? Is there negative marking?
There's no negative marking. In fact, you're highly encouraged to guess.
Lehman. Lehman.
Not Lehman. Yeah, not Lehman. Passing to Naveen.
Thank you.
So it's not SBI. Then I'm going to go with JP Morgan.
Yes!
What a great start to the quiz, Naveen. It is JP Morgan. JP Morgan, 10 points to Naveen. JP Morgan is correct. Ever JP Morgan, which is now, of course, a famous name. Okay, Naveen gets 10 points, which means the next direct question will be to Prashasti. Prashasti, the unusual name, so we are talking about an unusual name, was coined by its inventor. When I say its inventor, whoever invented this thing. Okay. The inventor was a computer software designer and puzzle enthusiast called Alexei Pajitnov when he created it in 1984. So this was created in 1984 and has an unusual name, was created by this guy called Alexei Pajitnov, who was a game designer and a puzzle enthusiast. That's the first set of it. Now he got the idea for the shapes of the playing pieces from a popular puzzle game called Pentonimos, in which each piece was made up of 5 equal squares. But in X, the thing that we are talking about, the pieces were made of 4 squares. Okay, and this is how he named it. The X name comes from here. He combined Latin word for 4. Okay, so the Latin word that we use for anything to prefix 4 with the word dash. The second half is his favorite game. So he combined two things. Numerical prefix 4 के लिए जो Latin में बोलते हैं, and his favorite game, he combined the two of them and made a new word called X. And the other hints is that it was created in 1984 by the Russian guy who was a computer software designer, puzzle enthusiast, and every piece in this is made of 4 squares. What are we talking about?
Okay, hold on. 1984, it was the idea of this popular puzzle game. 5 equal squares. Here the 4 equal squares. He combines Latin for the numerical the word dash. Since that was his favorite game. Chord.
It's Sudoku. It's Sudoku.
Okay, cool down. Don't worry. You have the mask. It's okay. I'll take a guess.
Yes, Prashti, go
quad.
for it.
Quad. Is it Quantico?
Not Quantico.
No, that's it.
Have to pass to Srimoy.
I don't know. Pass.
Okay, passing to Agrima.
Quadonymous, because that was his puzzle game. It was based on.
No. Passing to Naveen.
So, I'm thinking snakes and ladders because I have no idea. Quadrangle. I don't know, man. Sure, something silly. Yeah.
Are you taking a guess? No, you're passing?
No, I'm passing.
Okay, we'll take one more round with starting with Prashasti again. This will be a 5-point question now. We're talking about a video game. Okay, we're talking about a very basic video game.
Oh, video game. Okay.
Yeah, which was insanely popular. Like one of the, if you have to pick like the greatest games in the history of gaming, this will be amongst the most popular games. And like then think of shapes, think of puzzle, like think of pieces made of 4 squares. Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Prashti.
Is it Tetris?
It is Tetris. 5 points to Tetris. Okay. So the prefix you went for the other. You went for quad. The prefix is tetra, or like
Oh,
tetra for 4,
yeah.
and his favorite game was tennis. So he
Got
compared
it.
tetra and tennis,
Oh.
and it became Tetris. And
Understood.
yeah, that is how he came up with this. And the answer is Tetris. Okay, 5 points to Prashasti. Tetris it is.
Thank you.
Okay, next direct will be to Shrimoy. Slightly long answer, long question, but mood pata lag jana chahiye basically. So this is an excerpt from what Sadat Hasan Manto wrote about someone's death in 1948. So someone has died in 1948, and Sadat Hasan Manto, of course, a legendary writer of Indian subcontinent, wrote a like long piece about his death. So these are excerpts. Let's go through that. Not a long time had passed now since the news of the passing away of X spread in the city. The screams of newspaper hawkers were still resounding in the sad space of the afflicted streets. Sorrow and grief were spread on the face of every person. People were walking about as if walking behind an invisible funerary procession. They were whispering slowly. The unexpected demise of X was being mentioned silently. Every person had become this question incarnate. Who do we have now? This is the time to shed tears and mourn. The time for not just 40 days, but 40 years of mourning. But I was in the office of Imroz. Imroz is the place where he used to work. Despite working all night, the whole staff was present. Nobody greeted me nor exchanged views with me regarding the death of X. Everyone was busy with their own work. The faces were yellow, hands were trembling, voices were shaking, but they continued working. Pens were flowing smoothly over paper. I thought this is then is real mourning, real grief. Manto is writing after the death of whose death?
I can think of two people and I don't know who to go with.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it Jinnah?
It is Muhammad Ali Jinnah.
Hang on.
That is correct.
Because my
It is
other
Muhammad
option
Ali
was
Jinnah.
Gandhi.
Yeah, I wrote the
Yeah.
same two
10
options.
points to Shri. Next direct will be to
Swag.
Agrima.
Hi.
Agrima, in Japanese culture, it is believed that X brings you luck. Okay. Coincidentally, X translates to be victorious or you shall surely win in Japanese. Thus, it is given as gift to students who are preparing for entrance examinations. Okay, so that's the first part of it. In Japanese culture, something is believed to bring you luck. It's also a coincidence that when you translate this in Japanese, it means be victorious or you will surely win. Okay, that's why a lot of people gift it to students who are going for exams and all that. Now, this brand is super popular in Japan because of this and otherwise also. They have over 200 flavors in Japan with very unusual flavors like baked potato, green tea, soy sauce, cherry blossom. What famous brand are we talking about?
I want to think it's some kind of sweet that's eaten, like every flavored bean in Harry Potter. Is it like that? Because I'm trying to wonder.
We are looking for a like normal brand, like normal.
Like a Japanese brand.
Not necessarily,
Okay.
but really popular in Japan.
It's Suzuki Hayabusa.
I've always wanted a baked potato flavored Suzuki Hayabusa motorcycle. Thank you. That's been my dream ever since. I don't think anyone's giving a motorcycle to this. Why did you put the motorcycle in my head, Naveen?
No,
like,
I was kidding. It's Toyota Fortuner, dude.
The question was not what do you pick up women in UP? Like, that's not the question.
Sorry.
Question. Okay. I don't want to sound stupid because it's definitely not us, but I'm just gonna say it's some kind of brand. Okay, so I'm gonna pass.
Okay, Agrima passes, goes to Naveen.
So I just want to start off saying konnichiwa to all the participants here. And no, that's about all Japanese I know. I tried. And anything else will come out racist. So I'll stop there. Now, here's the approach I'm taking to this. I'm like, what? I'm a flavor guy. So I'm like, what would taste good in both baked potato and cherry blossom flavor? And this is not a Japanese dish, but I'm going to go with macaroons because that's what's in my head. I had a green tea flavored macaroon once, and I know it's not right, but I'm going to go with that.
Okay. No, not macarons. Passes to Prashasti.
Is it Kit Kat?
What a great answer. It is Kit Kat.
Nice.
10
Wow.
points to Prashasti.
Wow.
It's because
It is
of
Kit Kat.
Vishant Suri. He orders random Japanese shit, and I've seen colorful Kit Kat.
Yeah.
I've
Kit
had
Kat,
green
Kit
tea
Kat.
flavored Kit Kat, dude. Oh no.
Kit Kat is insanely popular in Japan, and it is considered to be a lucky charm in general.
I'm
in
so
Japan.
proud of myself right now. I don't want to listen to anything
That's
else.
so awesome.
Awesome. What an answer.
Okay, Prashti got Kit Kat, which means the next direct question will be Shrimoy's. Eggs breeding. So we're talking about some. Eggs breeding was a common hobby in Victorian England for everyone from well-off businessmen to average Joes, leading to some fantastically weird birds. Few hobbies had more enthusiasm for the breeding process than Charles Darwin. Okay, Charles Darwin himself, who owned a diverse flock. He joined London X clubs and hobnobbed with famous breeders. Darwin's passion for the birds influenced his 1868 book called The Variation of Animals and Plants Under Domestication, which has not one but 2 chapters about X's. Okay, just to give you context, this entire book has single chapter on dogs and cats, but has 2 chapters about X. So this is Darwin's fascination with this with X. Okay, he joined London X clubs, he owned a diverse flock and all that. Now we're talking about another legend from that era, which is Nikola Tesla. Okay, Tesla was another great mind. He also enjoyed X's. He used to care for injured wild X's in his New York City hotel room. Hands down, Tesla's favorite was a white female. And this is what he wrote about it famously. This is Nikola Tesla writing about a white female X. He wrote, "I loved that X. I loved her as a man loves a woman, and she loved me. When she was ill, I knew and understood. She came to my room and I stayed beside her for days. I nursed her back to health. That X was the joy of my life. If she needed me, nothing else mattered. As long as I had her, there was a purpose in my life." Reportedly, Nikola Tesla was inconsolable after she died. What are we talking about?
My guess is partridge.
Nice.
No, I'm going to Agrima.
I'd like to say falcon because I've seen images of Tesla with a falcon.
Okay, no, not falcon. Naveen?
I'm going to go with mice. Chuha.
Mice. No,
Yes.
it says weird birds. Prashasti.
Oh, it's a bird. Hold on. I thought
No,
we're
no.
not going with birds.
No, but you said
Okay,
mice. Have to pass to Prashasti.
Hey, no.
Prashasti?
Oh, shit. Okay, that was my joke answer. Too late.
Not joke. Prashasti?
Okay. Weird bird. Is it owl?
No, not owl. Okay, we'll take one more round with a hint. We are talking about a bird. Okay, let's be clear. Okay, and not a weird bird because Prashti was focusing on weird bird. It led to weird bird because people were breeding it a lot. That's why it led to weird birds. It is in itself not a weird bird as such. Okay. White female variety of this bird is also in some sense popular in Bollywood. Okay, that's another hint. We'll start with Shrimoy whenever she's ready.
Is it a kabutar?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a pigeon.
That was my first
Pigeon.
thought.
Pigeons
Pigeon
are
is
the
correct.
I wrote pigeon on my notebook.
Pigeons are the rats of the flying world. Hence, I would like to claim that.
Pigeon is what we were looking for. Darwin was obsessed with pigeon, and Nikola Tesla was almost in love with a white female pigeon.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
We all
Five.
had pigeon in our head. That's...
Yeah.
it's okay.
5 points to Shrimoy, and next direct will be to Agrima. Okay, Agrima, we are talking about a classification which was created by army officials in British India. Okay, so long back when we were still under British rule, this was created by army officials then. Now, interestingly, Pakistan military allegedly believed in this concept, which made them overconfident about their abilities to crush India in a war. It was popularly hyped because of this classification that one Pakistani soldier was equal to 1 to 4 or even 10 Indian soldiers. Okay. What is this theory that we are talking about? This theory does not have any solid grounded proof. In fact, it was abolished by Indian government in February 1949 with regard to military recruitment. So let's look at all the hints. We are talking about a certain theory that the British had when it came to army, etc. Okay, and it never had any solid grounded proof as such. Now, we both both India and Pakistan became independent nations. India abolished it as soon as we got independent. They were like, we will not follow this classification and this theory when it comes to recruiting for military, recruiting for army. While Pakistan is supposed to still believe in this theory. In fact, till 1965, it is said that they firmly believed in this theory. They were so sure that because of this theory, that if they ever attack India, they will crush India, which obviously did not happen in 65 and obviously in 71. What is this theory that we are talking about?
You say it's a theory, it's a classification, like it's some kind of...
It is both theory and classification. So it's a theory because of which they created a classification.
Look, the only Pakistani who's equal to 4 to 10 Indian men is Fawad Khan. Okay. So this is again, I'm going to say it was a classification created by army officials in British India, right?
Yeah.
Like,
basically created by Britishers.
It did not exist before that. Caste-based. What's that caste-based recruitment in the army? Was that the classification? Caste-based recruitment?
You're very good. You're on the right track. You're on right track. So I will.
The Kshatriyas are better than.
Yes, you're almost there. So I will give you a chance to add more to your answer.
Only the warrior classes should be allowed inside the army and not any other class. That's the idea. It doesn't have to be correct as long as you can pass it.
No. You're almost there. I'm just waiting for one keyword is all I'm waiting for. In fact, you're getting part points because essentially what you just said is what that theory was.
I would like to give her the clue of it being a Salman Khan movie, I think.
Thank you.
You know what? When it comes to me, I'll explain.
Thank you.
No, I will give you.
Naveen, out of everybody over here, I think I am the best.
I think it's got a few parts, sequels. Listen, I don't even know if the answer is right.
Thank you, Naveen.
Agrima, I'll give you a chance to add more to what you just said. You are anyway getting part points for this, what you just said. I'm just looking for one word. The essence of the theory is what you just said.
Only the royal classes were allowed inside the army. So
no, I will pass to Naveen, but you'll get part points.
Okay, so this is a movie. I think it has the second and third parts starring Salman Khan. The word I'm looking for is the race. A race theory. Am I right?
I mean, you're on right track.
It's not
right track. You're on right track, but can you improve your answer?
Okay. Hold on. Now I'll do serious. Race, classism, superhuman, humanism, blood. 1, 10. Race, Aryan theory.
Not the Aryan theory. Prashasti.
Is it that meat eaters do better at war or in combat than vegetarians?
No. Okay. Shrimoy?
Oh shit, that is going to be my answer.
Thinking alike.
Is it that Pathans were better?
No, that's what Agrima already said. Like the Pathans were better than us.
Speaking of Arya, there's Arya, dude.
Yeah.
Aryan theory.
Shrimoy, do you want to add anything to that?
No, I don't. I have no idea.
Okay, so I'll give full 10 points to Agrima because no one really added anything to what she said, because what she said is essentially the answer. I was just waiting for someone to use the word martial because it is martial race theory. So the theory is martial race theory, which the Britishers basically believed in. And they said that some races by their nature are more martial in nature than other. And that is essentially what Agrima explained, where they considered Pathans or like Jats and etc. to be much more martial than say other caste, etc. And
fun
that
fact,
is
Charles
Fawad
Darwin.
Khan is a Pathan. Just letting
Yes.
you all know. I found that from an interview.
Fun fact,
Doesn't
Charles
matter.
Darwin was a racist too. So FYI,
And he liked pigeons,
LMAO.
guys.
Yeah.
Huh?
Charles
And
Darwin
like
also
pigeons.
likes pigeons.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So
But
basically, what happened was, and then what Agrima said is again correct, that they started recruiting only from certain communities in that sense, and that is when India got independent. They abolished this funda and they said we will recruit from everywhere. We will not recruit on the basis of all this. But Pakistan firmly believed in this theory, and that is what they thought, that they have an edge over India because of martial race theory. So Agrima gets 10 points there.
Nice.
And next direct will be to Naveen. Naveen, Rhett's iconic line dash. Okay, we're talking about a certain iconic line. This was integral to the film. That line summed up Rhett's defeat and the years of suffering he had endured both from Scarlett and himself, as well as the severity and finality of his exit. The censors finally agreed to allow the line after much convincing. Okay, it took a lot of convincing to get this line approved. Okay, Selznick insisted that the film would be a mockery if the line was changed to the preferred "My dear, I don't care." Okay, that was the line that was suggested instead of this line. Selznick also pointed out that the actual dictionary definition of the word, there is a certain word in this blank, refers to nothing prurient, only regarding to as vulgarism. Just filling the blank with an iconic movie quote.
I know
This is
this
so
one.
good. This is so unfair.
I know it's a bit unfair.
Too
because,
unfair.
I'm glad you didn't ask me for the name of the movie, so because I wouldn't know that. It's Frankly, My Dear, I Don't Give a Shit. No, Frankly, My Dear, I Don't Give a Shit.
Yeah.
That is correct. 10 points to Naveen, Red Butler and Scarlett O'Hara, of course, from Gone with the Wind. Frankly, My Dear, I Don't Give a Damn. Considered to be the most iconic movie line of all time. Okay, 10 points to Naveen. Next direct to Prashasti. Prashasti, I'm talking about a company. Okay, the name of X lived on after 1858 as a small tea business, a shadow of the imperial behemoth it had been before. So something had been an imperial behemoth, but then became a small tea business after 1858. Now, more recently, like comparatively more recently, there's a guy called Sanjeev Mehta who has transformed this brand into a luxury brand selling tea, chocolates, and even pure gold replicas of X coins, okay, costing upwards of 600 pounds. In a stark contrast to their predecessor, the new X is a member of the Ethical Tea Partnership. The fact that X is a member of Ethical Tea Partnership is in contrast to what X used to be at some point. Which company are we talking about? Yeah, so basically we're talking about a company that after 1858, before 1858 was an imperial behemoth. After 1858, just remained a small tea business. Recently, Sanjeev Mehta transformed this company into a luxury brand that sells chocolates, tea, and even coins, X coins. Yeah, those are the hints.
X coins, replicas of X, pure gold replicas of X coins. ऐसे वो नाम भी है coins का नाम, pure gold replicas of X coins. Luxury tea fuck मैं चाय क्यों नहीं पीती यार और
Gotta bust out the notebook for this one, guys. Shit's getting serious.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just take a guess. Is it Taifu?
Nice. I appreciate that guess.
कौन सा guess लिया? Rashti, sorry.
Taifu. Is it Taifu?
No, passing to Shrimoy.
I think it is also the name of my favorite comedy collective. Is it East India Company?
It is East India Company. 10 points to Shrimoy.
Oh,
Nicely
East
done.
India Company.
Man,
East
I
India
was going to say
Company.
Lipton, dude. Crazy.
East India Company used to be an imperial behemoth. Then India's first War of Independence happened in 1857, and then control moved from EIC to the British Crown, and
British
then they
Crown.
were reduced to a small tea
I see.
business. And then Indian bought East India Company, a British Indian businessman called Sanjeev Mehta, and now he runs East India Company. So great, 10 points to Srimoy right
And-
there.
Very good crack.
And winning for India, the maximum point. We own East India Company. Can you imagine that?
Okay, time to share the scores after the first half of the quiz. Agrima on the back of Marshall race theory is on 10 points. Naveen on the back of Frankly My Dear, I Don't Give a Damn, and also JP Morgan is on 20 points.
Nice.
Prashasti on the back of Tetris. Did you guess Tetris?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, Tetris and
Kit Kat.
and one more.
Kit
Kit Kat. Kit Kat was a great answer. 15.
Yeah. कैसे याद
And,
कैसे नहीं आपको?
Srimoy with a very thin lead right now, but anything can change. Like बहुत ही close चल रहा है फिलहाल. Srimoy on the back of East India Company and Jinnah. And 5 points. 5 points you got on something. Pigeon.
I got on Pigeon.
Yeah.
So Pigeon, Jinnah and East India Company. Okay, cool. 25 to Srimoy. Let's start with the second round. Now the order will change. We'll start with Srimoy and Srimoy, Prashasti, Naveen, Agrima in that order.
Now I'll get some Pigeon type shit. Yeah.
Yes, you're right. By 1820, other scientists had shown that an electric current produces a magnetic field. Okay. And that two electrified wires produce a force on each other. Our man X thought that there could be a way to harness these forces in a mechanical apparatus. So in 1822, he built a device using a magnet, liquid mercury. So liquid mercury conducts electricity, and a current carrying wire that turned electrical energy into mechanical energy. To simplify, in other words, he created the first electric motor. Okay, because he converted electrical energy to mechanical energy. But he was one of those things where he just such huge success in the history of science. He just wrote in his journal saying very satisfactory, but make more sensible apparatus. Okay, which legendary scientist in whose honor, an extra hint, the SI unit of capacitance. The SI unit of capacitance
That
is
just
also
made it
named.
harder.
The SI unit of capacitance is also named after this scientist. Who are we talking about?
Yeah, my parents had told me take science in 11, 12.
This was that moment they were warning you about.
I don't know. Pass.
Passing to Prashasti.
ऐसे मत बोलो यार.
अरे
Michael Faraday. Faraday.
Michael Faraday is correct. It is Michael Faraday.
अगर ये नहीं आता तो यहीं के है.
ना फट जाती.
First
You
floor.
would have burnt your degree.
Michael
I'm an
Faraday.
electronics engineer, by the way. Just saying now.
Dude, I was going to say voltage.
Mr. Voltage.
Yeah.
Okay, 10 points to Prashasti for Faraday. Next, direct to Naveen. Naveen, X is spread across 400 acres and is said to be the largest religious monument in the world. Okay, since around 1850, X has been featured in the center of the national flag of Y to show their incredible pride in this ancient monument. So we are talking about something which is considered to be the largest religious monument in the world, and not just that, it is on the center of the flag of the country in which it is present. This pride about their pride about this monument is reflected by in their currency notes also. So it's reflected by putting images from X on many denominations of their currency. X literally means temple city or city of temples. Its original name was Vrah Vishnu Loka or Param Vishnu Loka, which means the sacred dwelling of Vishnu in Sanskrit. I want two things from you. One is the monument and second is the country.
Okay. Sorry, you were saying something in the end.
I was saying if I have to just summarize this question, you just need to tell me one national flag that has a religious monument on the flag.
Okay.
And what is that monument and which country is it?
I'm going to say Thailand.
Thailand?
I'm waiting for your reaction and your face to see. You said
No, no, I'm
Thailand.
just confused. No, it's not
He doesn't
Thailand.
give-
Passes
he
to
doesn't give reaction. Naveen.
passes to Agrima.
Mm, I'd like to say like Indonesia.
No, not Indonesia. Shrimoy.
Pass.
Is it Angkor Wat and Cambodia?
Yeah, absolutely correct. Angkor Wat and Cambodia.
I knew it also, just sake.
Angkor Wat and Cambodia. Angkor Wat is considered to be the biggest temple in the world and biggest religious monument in the world. And Cambodia, that's the Cambodian flag, which is Angkor Wat in the middle. 10 points to Shrimoy. Next, direct to Prashasti. Yeah, one of those rare few word wale question, very direct question. Just tell me, what is the unit for the measurement of the speed and direction of a computer mouse?
ये क्या
Okay.
बेइज्जती वाला सवाल है मतलब
What
अगर
is
ये
the
नहीं
unit? It's interesting question है इसलिए डाला है.
हाँ.
What is the unit for the measurement of the speed and direction of a computer mouse? Very, very workable.
Okay, it's workable. What is the
हाँ.
and
मतलब it's an interesting question. That's my extra hint.
what मतलब मैं ये कह रही हूँ कि ये नहीं आएगा तो बहुत चॉप होएगी. What is the speed and direction of a computer? Sometimes I just wish कि ऐसे एकदम से कहीं से आंसर आ जाएगा दिमाग में, पर ऐसा होता नहीं है. Is it steps?
No, not steps. Naveen.
It is what all women look for in a man: sensitivity.
Very
No,
nice.
not sensitive.
Very nice. I really like it.
Passing to Agrima.
Is it pixels per something?
No, not pixels per something. Shrimoy.
Sorry.
I've written down rat race.
Nice.
Not rat race, but good track because this is a very interesting answer. Okay, I'm going to Prashasti again, making it a 5-point question.
Okay.
So think of a famous mouse. That's your answer.
Famous mouse. That's the answer only. I only know Tom and Jerry. Okay. Is there any other mouse I want to think about right now? So right now, I don't even remember Tom or Jerry में mouse कौन सा वाला था, guys. I just
Happens. To the best of us.
Is it Jerry?
Not Jerry. Passes to Naveen.
It's gonna only be one other famous mouse, right? I'm just gonna make
Yeah.
sure there's no other famous mice. Okay,
Now
there's
I can
that one.
think of more. Yeah. Okay.
One more is there.
Of
But
mice and men.
This will be such a silly unit of measurement. What, 5 Mickeys? Mickeys. Is it Mickey?
Yeah, it is Mickey.
Wow.
Mickey,
Oh yeah,
Mickey
Mickey
is
Mouse
correct.
is a mouse.
He literally has his
Oh my
surname is
goodness.
literally Mouse. Prashasti.
But Tom and Jerry वाला था ही ना.
5 points to Naveen. The unit for speed of measurement of speed and direction of a computer mouse is as a Mickey per second, basically 5 Mickeys per second, 3 Mickeys per second.
Very good
And
question.
it's an ode to the famous mouse.
I'm not
Mickey
too
Mouse.
proud of this answer though. I want to share it with everyone. It's pure luck that I got
You
it.
know, I heard Nicky. I'm like, ये क्या कौन सा guess किया है नवीन ने? Which mouse is Nicky?
Yeah, Naveen and Mickey. Next direct is to Agrima. Agrima, in the last years of his life, renowned writer X had some choice words to describe how things were going. So we are talking about
Parveen Babi.
we are talking about last year of someone's life, and these are his words. He said they've bugged everything. Everything's bugged. Can't use the phone. Mail intercepted. Okay, since this was coming from a hard drinking man who suffered from depression, X was persuaded to take shock therapy. Sadly, the treatment did not assist him, and X would go on to take his own life. 2 decades later, it was revealed that X had been absolutely right in his convictions. The FBI had been tracking him since the 1940s, and in fact, they had been tapping his phones, even the one in his room at the psychiatric hospital. Which renowned author are we talking about? Let's look at the hints again. So basically, we're talking about a renowned writer. Last year of his life, he said things like they've bugged everything's bugged, can't use my phone, mail intercepted. So people thought he was crazy because they were drinking a lot. He was suffering from depression. No one believed him. They gave him shock therapy. They sent him to a psychiatric hospital. And eventually he took his own life and died. 2 decades later, it was finally revealed that he was right in some sense, that FBI was actually tracking his phone, tapping his phone, and so much so that they were actually tapping the phone that he had in his psychiatric hospital. Which renowned author are we talking about?
I'm going to have to take a guess. Ernest Hemingway?
Yeah, what a great answer. It is Ernest Hemingway. Yeah, superb. Hemingway was a great crack because American, FBI, and then
thinking a lot.
Great, one of the greatest American writers. Ernest Hemingway is correct. Agrima gets 10 points for Hemingway. Agrima got Hemingway, which brings us to Shrimoy. Shrimoy is direct. This will be the last set of questions. So, yeah, renewed all the best to all of you. Let's start with Shrimoy. In a famous anecdote, Hardy took a cab to visit X. Okay. When they got there, he told X that the cab's number 1729 was rather a dull one. Okay. X said, no, it's not it's a very interesting number. It is the smallest number expressible as a sum of 2 cubes in 2 different ways. That is 1729, you can say 1 cube plus 12 cube, also 9 cube plus 10 cube. This number is now called the Hardy X number. Hardy X number is any number where the smallest numbers can be expressed as the sum of 2 cubes in n different ways. Okay, so this series of number is called taxi cab number because of this event. The next number in the sequence, so just to show you how interesting this is and how rare this is, the next number in the sequence, which is the smallest number that can be expressed as sum of 2 cubes in 3 different ways, is 8753939. Tell me, who was Hardy visiting?
I just want to point out there were 2 literature questions just before this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I got this.
Yeah.
1729 cube shit.
Agreed with your observation.
Hardy Boys.
Nice.
Something
Love
there.
Hardy was visiting the boys. Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. Just anecdote. I need a scientific calculator for this shit. Not even a regular calculator.
My guess is C.V. Raman.
Nice.
No, not C.V. Raman. Going to Prashasti.
Hi. Mathematician who was living in the US. I know very few mathematicians. और यूएस को कोई और some place जहाँ पे उसको फिरंगी मिल रहे थे, कैब मिल रहा था. So, is it Ramanujan?
It is Ramanujan.
Oh, guys!
Wow,
Guys, my brain has developed. Okay, over last 1.5 days. हाँ, लेकिन हार्डी को क्रेडिट क्यों दिया रामानुजन ने? इसे लेना क्योंकि ये गोरा था. हार्डी ने नंबर पता है.
Yeah. Also, essentially सारे काम साथ में इन्होंने किए थे और हार्डी पे ही क्रेडिट मिलता है रामानुजम को डिस्कवर करने का, क्योंकि जब रामानुजम इंडिया में था तो वो लेटर लिख के भेजता रहा कई सालों तक तमिलनाडु में बैठ के, और फाइनली हार्डी ने उसका पेपर एक दिन देखा और बोला ये क्या जीनियस आदमी, इसको यहाँ पे बुलाते हैं. And that is how the world got to know this relatively unknown Indian, and that is why Hardy Ramanujam का combo है.
Okay, sorry Hardy.
Sorry, no Hardy feelings. It's fine. Ramanujan gives Prashasti 10 points.
बहुत सही लग रहा है.
हाँ. Next direct to Naveen. Okay. Long question. Naveen.
Oh, great. Of course. Classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
Once basically Agni attended a yagna. Okay. So Agni attended a yagya. The Saptarashis and their wives had also come to this yagna. Agni fell in love with them, and he knew that none of them will cheat on their husbands. Dejected, Agni wandered around in the forest.
She's telling you to change the question for me. She's telling you.
Okay.
Oh,
Look at, like, I can feel Shrimoy just like feeling this in her bones.
Much a read by till then.
Okay, I'll read. Rejected. Agni wandered around the forest X. The daughter of Daksha had wanted to marry Agni for a long time. X then went on to disguise herself as 6 of the wives of the Saptarishis. However, when she tried to take the form of Arundhati, Vashishta's wife and wait, where's the sentence starting? However, when she tried to take the form of Arundhati, Vashishta's wife and seduced Agni, did some bad Vashishta's wife and seduced Agni. Agni realized it was a trick. This is because Arundhati is really devoted to Vashishta. Agni said to X, thanks to you, I was able to fulfill my desire of making love with the wives of Saptarishis without breaking the rules of marriage. I am very pleased with you and wish to have this is some Desperate Housewives complicated plot point for you. I should have you as my wife. X was really happy and accepted the proposal. Agni and X were then married. Agni declared that in a yagna, he would not accept an offering unless, oh my goodness, the third thing is done. This is why priests do this before pouring anything into the fire. IDX. ID stands for I don't know. X is what are talking about? Hello, first of all, the sentence correction, this freaking paragraph is so long and it's off all over the place. I demand a change. Okay.
So essentially, just to summarize this, basically Agni was helped by someone who was in love with Agni. And then Agni essentially became very famous, in like gratitude towards her. And he said, okay, we'll marry. But I'm so happy that from now onwards, I've decided that in any yagna ever done, I will not accept any offering until a certain thing is done. If this is not done, I will not accept any offerings. Okay. And this entire story is why priests till date, as of now, as we speak, have to do something, or they do something before pouring anything into the fire. So fire is a representation of Agni, fire and Agni are the same. And because of this entire story, because of Agni's love and Agni's wife, something is done whenever a yagna is done.
Okay. Thanks for simplifying that.
If I have to simplify even further and just say one sentence, it would be, who is Agni's wife? That is.
I thought it was a thing, and I was going to be like 7 walks around the fire, and now you're like, it's a person. Wow, I really did not get the question. Okay, so who is Agni's wife?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah, because it says X, no? So you need to identify X.
Okay, and X is the name of the wife and also the act performed.
Yes, so X is the name of the wife and is also very closely related to the act performed.
I know this.
Okay. So
maybe I don't.
Agrima, we'll wait for Naveen's reaction first, as in Naveen's response.
So now I'm just thinking what and all usually happens before they pour ghee into the fire and anything into the fire. What happens usually? They pray. They only in marriages they walk around the fire, or does that come after the
Lodi?
I'm
not guessing. I'm helping Naveen.
Okay.
Okay, Naveen.
No, I don't know. I think I know, but I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
Are you passing?
Yeah, I'll pass.
Okay, we'll pass to Agrima.
Agni Sakshi, Agni ko Sakshi maan ke.
No, not Agni.
Oh my God, I was
passing to Shrimoy.
Yeah.
Is it Swaha? Like they say Swaha.
It is Swaha. Swaha is correct. Swaha is the answer I was looking for. So basically, Swaha is Agni's wife, and Agni said that till my wife's name is not taken or like uttered, I will not accept any offering, and that is the reason priests till date take Agni's wife's name before they offer anything to fire. Okay, Swaha. Shrimoy gets 10 points. Next, direct to Prashasti. Prashasti, there's a bunch of facts that I've shared. Just tell me, what are we talking about? Okay, there is some 8 facts about something, and these are all facts about the same thing. Okay, you need to tell me what we are talking about. Let's look at all the 8 facts. Eggs are born male, then mature into females. The longest X on record was 16 inches long. There are well over 128 species of X. A mantis X has claws that can break aquarium glass with one incredibly fast and powerful swing. The pistol X's attack is hotter than the surface of the sun and so terribly loud that it can rupture a human eardrum. Without fins, X don't actually swim, but when they do, they can only go backward. X are full of selenium, which is believed to prevent tumor growth and lower the risk of many cancers. They average only 7 calories a piece, so eat up. Basically, it's something that we can eat. Last hint ka matlab wahi hai. What are we talking about?
So this eel?
Not eel, passes to Naveen.
Okay. Without fins. Okay. Jellyfish.
Nice.
No, not jellyfish. Agrima.
It has fins and it has claws also. What is this? This seems
I
like
think
some.
I know now.
I think, yeah, it looks like some kind of upside down shit, dude. Like it's some.
Okay, Agrima, do you have a guess?
No, I don't have a guess, but you know what? I'm gonna say stingray.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Not stingray fish. Going to
Thank
Shrimoy.
you.
My guess is squid.
Not
Nice.
Yeah,
squid.
it's only, yeah.
Okay,
Oh, shit.
this I'll make it a 5-point question. Take another round. So basically, my hint is just one word. My hint is seafood. Okay, think of
Yeah.
seafood when you order something in the restaurants. Like Shrimai's guess was fine in that zone.
Yeah, I
You
know,
order
I know.
squid.
First guess is coming back. Got it.
Okay, we'll start with Prashti. Think of seafood.
Is it octopus?
No, not octopus. Naveen,
I
Clam.
no, I know
not
this
clam.
one.
Agrima,
Okay, crabs.
Oh, I mean, clam or,
Not-
okay. fine.
Crabs.
no,
Crabs.
no, not crabs. Shrimoy,
I wrote down 3 things because I was hoping that it would all get answered and I would be left with one. And none of them were answered.
Yeah, you're judging us now. Okay,
Now I don't
Shrimoy.
know what to say.
yeah.
Lobster.
The answer is shrimp.
What?
And none of you
They
got
look like they like their cougars. That's quite nice.
it. Shrimp. Shrimp
That's,
is what we were looking for.
Then they swim backward also. Like, can you imagine trying to go forward and then they're like,
Okay, this was Prashashti's direct shrimp. So this last question will be Naveen's direct. Again, very similar to the shrimp question. I'm going to share some facts about something. 5 facts. Okay. In 2010, 20-year-old athlete Ben Pearson tried to increase his X intake to boost muscle development. However, no one knew he had a rare genetic disorder that prevented his body from breaking down X. The increased X intake increased ammonia levels in his blood that caused brain swelling and death. That's the first fact or hint. Second, the fish with the most X is yellowfin tuna with 30 grams per 100 gram serving. That's second. Third, X can have bizarre names. Okay. For example, the X Pikachurin is a retinal X that was named after Pikachu. The X Sonic Hedgehog was named after Sonic the Hedgehog. A blue X is named after Ranasmurfin, after the Smurfs. Next point. Cataracts are caused by the denaturation of X in the lenses of the eye. Last, one typical human male ejaculation
I know
contains
now. I had many
oh
doubts.
God.
I
contains
know
about
me better than
150.
I know. I know me better than I know Ben Pearson. So, and I could still be wrong, but I'm going to go with protein.
Yeah, it is
Nice.
correct.
Okay.
Protein is correct. 10 points to Naveen.
150 milligrams of protein. Are you serious? That's a Christmas
Okay.
ornament.
Time to do the fun part of the quiz, which is the scoring, the final score. Okay. Let's see what has just happened. Agrima had 10 after the first half, and she got 10 more in the second half. She got 1 second, Aru. Sorry. She got 10 more. 10 more for Hemingway. So she ends on 20. Okay. Agrima ends on 20. Naveen had 20 in the first half, and then he got frankly, my dear. No, sorry, that was in first half. He got Mickey. He got 5 points from Mickey per second, and he also got protein. So Naveen ends on 35. Okay. Now Prashasti had 15 in the first half, and then she got Michael Faraday, and then she also got
Ramanujan.
Yeah.
Okay. So she also ends on 35.
Guys, I'm retiring from quiz life now, guys.
Shrimoy had 25, and then she got Angkor Wat, Cambodia, and also got Swaha. So she ends on 45.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay. So right now, after the end of the regular time of the quizzing, we face the same situation in the first quarterfinal, and we're back fittingly with the last quarterfinal where we have a tie, which means we will continue this quiz, and this is how it works. We will continue. So the next direct question, since Naveen got protein, will be for Agrima, and we continue till this tie is broken. So at any instant of this quiz, either Naveen or Prashasti have more point than the other one. The quiz ends there. So we follow sudden death format, where we start with Agrima. The question will pass to, if Agrima answers it correctly, new question will come, and so on till the point either Prashasti or Naveen get more point than the other one. Yes, Prashasti.
And say hypothetically, if हम दोनों इतने बेवकूफ निकले कि सारे points Agrima लेके चलेगी, then she can also go.
Yes, absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. So Agrima also has a chance, and that's why
I was wondering why I'm still in there, bruh.
And this will be Agrima's direct because Naveen got protein. This is Agrima. Since its inception in 1898, only 2 Indians have won the prestigious All England Open Badminton Championship till date. First was Prakash Padukone, who was the second.
Yeah, this would be a guess, and even getting it right won't help. So you know what? I'm going to pass. Please. I hope.
Okay, passing to Shrimoy.
Yeah.
My guess is Gopi Chand.
Yeah, that is correct. It is Pulela Gopichand. Pulela Gopichand. Shrimoy gets 10 points.
Dude, I'm telling you, these 4 questions.
Yeah. She gets 10 points, which means the next direct is to Prashasti.
Oh my God.
And as we know the format, if Prashasti gets it right, the quiz ends here. If Prashasti doesn't get it right, passes to Naveen. If Naveen gets it right, it ends. The quiz ends there. If none of them get it right, we keep continuing.
Good luck, buddy.
Good luck, buddy.
For Prashasti. In the summer of 1958, Mr. Kimat Rai left his education midway and entered into the electric wholesale market in Old Delhi. He set up a small trading company selling fixtures and electric cable to businesses in and around Delhi. With an investment of rupees 10,000, he started X Industries and purchased the brand name from a certain Haveli Ram Gandhi in 1971. X is now amongst top 5 companies globally in its domain and has over 6,000 employees in 50 countries. Identify the brand that we are talking about.
I know exactly where Prashasti knows.
It's Havells. Havells. I don't know the pronunciation, but it's a Havells.
Yeah, it is Havells.
Wow,
Havells
nice.
is correct. Named after Haveli Ram Gandhi. And 10 points to... The name comes from Haveli Ram and Havells. Basically, he came and bought Haveli Ram. And this is where Havells comes from. Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about
it. Sorry, Naveen, I can't act like I don't care because I care too much.
Congratulations, my friend. It's okay.
And with that, sudden death, Prashasti wins the quiz. Prashasti qualifies for semi-finals. She comes second. And on that note, that is the final result. Shrimoy qualifies as the winner of this. And Prashasti qualifies as the runner-up of the quiz, and she won it, like as we all know, in the last moment of the quiz.
Wow! Good luck, buddy.
Wow.
Good luck to both Shrimoy and Prashasti. It's gonna be mad fun. On that note, massive thanks to Naveen Richard and Agrima Joshua for agreeing to do this and being a part of the semi-final. On that note, thank you so much. Thank you so much once again, Agrima, Naveen, Prashasti, and Shrimoy. And all the best.
Thank you, KV. We learned that.
Thank you, KV. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.